Hello, everybody. You are watching The Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're making Gotham great again. That's our fun little graphic that was created by Bat the Batman fan. Come on, Batman fan Pat. So since this pandemic started and all the economic shutdown, I've been talking about all the evictions that are coming. There's over 30 million evictions that are looming, 19 million of which are set to take place January 1st, when the eviction moratorium ends. And this country, unlike other countries, didn't give rent relief. We should have just paid people's rent, is what this country should have done. Other countries did that. Or they just gave their citizens 80% of their salaries so people could continue to pay rent. They did it one way or another. You either got to do rent relief or you got to pay people real money, you give them free health care, whatever. So people are starting to fight back. I just saw this in Portland. I'm going to just play this for you. Portland police attempt to serve an eviction notice during a pandemic. Residents push back. This happened yesterday. They're spraying the cops. This guy's screaming, "Shoot me." People are chanting, "Get the fuck out." I just want to show you that because the more, and if you read the thread on that, this is actually a case that this particular home goes back, like it's a 9-year case that's been going on and on. So it's not even tied to the pandemic, but the people don't give a shit. They're just like, you're not evicting people. And this is going to happen. I said this, we've all been saying this. I said this like 5-6 months ago. I said, this is only going to get worse. I saw the protests. When people get hungry and start getting evicted, they're going to say no. Because you know what? That happened in the Depression era in the 30s. The sheriff would come to evict people and people just said, no, we're not. We're not leaving. You're not getting this home. I did a video a couple of months ago how they evicted a woman with COVID, which is just, it's bad from a health standpoint. A woman who is actively with COVID, putting her on the streets, that's not good. She should be staying at home. So if you got 19 to 30 million people that are getting evicted, people aren't going to have it. They're going to say, no, I ain't leaving. And you know who's going to get evicted? Americans of all walks of life. People who voted for Trump, people who voted for Biden, people like, you're going to get evicted. If you're behind on rent, they're going to start evicting you. And so the cops are going to have to ask themselves some tough questions. Do they want to enforce this law? Because let me address every police chief and every mayor in America. The last group of people you want to battle with are people that don't give a shit, that have nothing to lose. That's largely what has kept America pretty pacified. These people are like, well, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to get kicked out of my house. I don't want to get... Oh, I've lost my job. I've lost my home. I don't have anything left. I don't give a damn. You saw that one guy going, shoot me, screaming at it. I mean, that's like someone at the end of the rope. And you're going to have tens of millions of people like that. Police departments don't have to enforce these laws. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, so they just put in really strict stay-at-home measures because the hospitals are overflowing. That's the thing. When people are like, oh, COVID's not real, I go, it's not about whether you think COVID is real or a mask is real, you fucking dipshits. It's about the hospitals being overrun. So now, dumb anti-masker fucknut, if you get in a bike accident or you choke on a piece of stupid food because you're dumb and you shove dumb things in your dumb mouth, the hospital's not going to be able to treat your fucking stupid face. Do you understand what that means? Anyway, side note. So they told a lot of restaurants who were only allowed to serve outdoor seating with, social distance outdoors. The sheriffs are now saying, we're not enforcing that. They told the governor of California, we're not enforcing that. So I bring that up to show you police departments don't have to enforce these laws. When cops are like, hey, I'm just doing my job. No, you're not. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. And every time you serve an eviction, you're going to be met with stuff like that. The word's going to get out. People are going to start texting and tweeting and social media, and the whole neighborhood's going to come out, and people are going to go, nope, 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 nope. So that happened yesterday in North Portland. Evicting people leading into Christmas? That's awesome. That's awesome. It's so great that a Christian country does that, because that's what Jesus would do. Remember all those Christmas, away in a manger, Jesus evicted people who couldn't pay their rent during a pandemic and kicked them out because they should have pulled themselves up by their bootstraps away in a, right? It's Christmas time. Noel, capitalism kills people, doesn't give a shit if you can't pay your rent, Noel. Remember that song? Have a holly jolly Christmas. Unless the government told you can't work and didn't pay your rent, then you're gonna be evicted and the cops will shoot your face. Oh, have a holly jolly Christmas. Cops, stop telling me you're not the enemy when you enforce these bullshit laws. Everything Hitler did was legal. Do you understand when I say that? Oh, Graham, Hitler's too extreme. Is it? This is pretty brutal. What's next? We shoot unarmed black people in this. We shoot unarmed people of any ethnicity, but black people at a much higher rate. We shoot them in the back. A white guy goes nuts. Oh, we'll get him with a stun gun, non-lethal force. Black guy just, reaches into his pocket to pull out his wallet that you asked him to pull, and you just gun him down. When I say everything Hitler did is legal, I want you to know that was the Hitler passed this law and that law and this law and that law, and he passed them as laws. He got to power in, 34, 35, something like that. He didn't just get to power and go up. Death camps. First, it was like, we just want to identify where all the Jews are. And then just so we know this is the Jewish neighborhood. Then let's just put all the Jews in that one neighborhood. And then they can't go out. There's a curfew for the Jews for your own personal safety. And they used the brown shirts to stir up trouble. And then they turned on them. Like, you don't have to enforce these laws. And cops don't enforce laws every day. Every day. You get pulled over and you're a white guy. Yes, sir, no, sir, in a nice car. And well, your taillight's out. Try to get that fixed. I'm not going to write you up for that. Every day that happens. Every day cops do that. Every day. If I was a cop, I'd be like, I'm not doing evict anybody. And this is only going to get worse. So this is a country, too, with over 200 million guns. There's been 3 million guns sold just since the pandemic. Even more when the George Floyd protests happened. I don't know. Do you want to go evict that? And the All Lives Matter, blue Lives Matter crowd? If you get evicted, the cops are going to come to throw you out of your house, and they're not going to care how many All Lives Matter MAGA hats you're wearing. They're going to throw your ass out on the street. And if you resist, they're going to beat the shit out of you. You don't believe me? It'll happen. Check back in January. This all could have been avoided. The CARES Act, single greatest upward transference of wealth in the history of America, if not the world. 250 million people in India went on a general strike. They're still striking. Might be time to consider that here, because the evictions are coming and cops don't have to enforce it, and communities are going to have to work together to protect each other, because the police are there to protect and serve the billionaire ruling class. They're not there to protect and serve you. No, they're not. Maybe some bad criminal, they might do that here and there, but push comes to shove, they're going to protect the ruling class. That's what they're going to do. Thanks for watching the show. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to cover it in ways that the local media in whatever city. And just so we know, let me go. Wait a minute now. Hold on. I forgot to do this. Then the mayor, the home they're protecting belongs to a Black indigenous family. Do you see what happens when people unify? More details on the background. Here's where you can donate to the family. The mayor it's in there somewhere. Anyway, the mayor of Portland said he's going to issue all these statements, and this doesn't happen in Portland, and he's going to come back with more force. By the way, the mayor of Portland's a Democrat. The mayor of Portland's a Democrat. And he held off on these evictions before the election so Trump couldn't go, oh, these Democratic mayors can't control their own cities. Now that Biden's in, it's time for some good old-fashioned neoliberal kicking ass. This is the same kind of shit that happened under the Obama and Biden administration, by the way. Obama and Biden used federal cops to snatch people up at Occupy Wall Street movements, the Freddie Gray protests in Baltimore, Michael Brown in Ferguson, Standing Rock. Democratic mayor. Ted Wheeler. So just remember, that's what lesser of two evils gets you. I mean, Ted Wheeler's not great, but I wasn't going to vote for a Republican mayor of Portland. Why don't you do what Baldwin Park, California did and vote for a green? Baldwin Park, California, suburb of Los Angeles, 26-year-old Green Party. The mayor of Baldwin Park is a green. When Ted Wheeler's election comes up, you better vote him the fuck out of there, Portland. You need to evict the mayor of Portland. You need to evict him from the mayor's office. Evict him and the whole city council. Evict them. Send them packing. Every time you vote for any blue will do, lesser of two evils Democrat, this is the lesser of two evils. Portland hippie, keep it weird, liberal utopia Portland. Thanks for watching the show, folks. Stand together, because the fascists are coming. Trump was a fascist. Biden's a fascist. Obama was a fascist. Bush was a fascist. Do you think? Just want you to know. Eric Garcetti, mayor of Los Angeles, sends his cops to beat the shit out of people all the time. Just happened. There was another protest that just happened. Somebody I know got hurt. Somebody who worked on Amy Vallela's campaign, put it on our Instagram, Shannon Thomas. I'm going to try to get her on the show. Vote any blue will do. Resist. The Democratic Party is evil and awful, just like the Republicans. Get rid of them at a local level. Get rid of them at a state level. Get rid of them at a federal level. Thanks for watching. Boom. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.